Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maddie and I am so excited for this book review video that I can't even think straight. Today we are discussing Fourth Wing, and y'all, I was not expecting to like this book as much as I did. Not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be good. Did I think it could top A Court of Thorns and Roses series? Absolutely not. Did it? Absolutely did. First of all, let's talk about some sections of this video because this is my first book review video. So first I will talk about the book and my rating and if I loved it, liked it, did not, whatever. Clearly I love this book. And then I am a Christian, so everything that when I read, when I base my thoughts of different levels of spice and cussing and stuff, it is based off of that. And so I am going to do a section where I talk about if it had spice, if it had cussing, what like age I would think this would be for. If you're not a Christian, that section might, if you don't care about spice, you don't care about cursing, honestly, I'd skip that section. If I were you, you're not gonna find it helpful. But if you maybe have a child that you're wondering, would it be a good book for them? So we'll go into that then. And yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about the book. If you don't know what Fourth Wing is, it follows a girl named Violet who has to go to a war college that trains dragon riders. That is the simplest way I can put it. Guys, this book was just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I will say I think I connected extra to Violet because it never said, but it's implied that she has hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a condition that I have, and I've never seen that in any type of book, especially a fantasy book. So honestly, there were multiple parts that actually made me quite emotional in this book just because I could relate to it. So yeah, I literally cried in this book. I've never read a book and cried. This book made me cry. So that was one big thing for me. It was a very, very inclusive book, which I found interesting because like I said, I have never seen anybody talk about health issues like that in their books. So love that. I love the stories. The dragon, I've never read books with dragons in it, and now I think I need to read every book that has a dragon in it because I just loved that part of the storyline so much. The only thing that I felt was a little odd about this book is the romance, actually, and once they got into the romance, I really did enjoy it, but I felt like it kind of came out of nowhere because it's like an enemies to lovers thing, and it just felt like enemies to lovers that. Like that, maybe it's just because I'm more used to a slower burn, I don't know, but it was just it kind of threw me off a bit. Literally there was a part in the book that I was like, wait a second, when did this happen? That was the only thing. But then once they got into the romance, I really did like it. Guys, this is probably a 5, 6, I'm gonna say a 6-star read for me. I loved it. I started on Iron Flame immediately because I loved it so much, and I just can't wait to see where she goes with this series. Now that you know how much I love this book, this will forever be on my shelf. Literally so good. Let's talk about the adult content, spicy content, cursing. Who would I recommend this for? So let's go ahead and start. So let me tell y'all, there is spice in this book. We are full open door in this book, okay? And some people that's okay for. If you do not like that, I am going to tell you what chapters that the spice is in. The chapters that have spice in them is 30 and 32, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, there are important things that go on either at the beginning or before the spicy scene or after the spicy scene that go on in those chapters that you do need to know about. So you still need to read the chapters, but those are the 2 chapters that be prepared that you might want to skip or skim or whatever, but you'll still want to read some parts of those chapters because they have important elements to the book in them. And then there is a lot of cussing. They're not afraid to curse in this book. It reminds me of the US military where the profanity is rampant. This book, there's a lot of profanity in it. If you were absolutely not on F-bombs and things like that, I would not read this book, but if you don't mind it, I would say this story is worth the read. And then also, if you're watching this because you're wondering who I'd recommend this to, Okay, I came from a pretty sheltered conservative background, was raised a Christian, and I feel my parents would have been I would have probably been 17 before my parents were yeah, you can read that. And probably my mom would still have been if you do not want your teenager reading about sexually explicit scenes, I would not read this. Or, you know, like I told you, those 2 scenes, if you want to like somehow block them out, then you could. But there is a lot of cursing and adult content in this, and there also is a lot of violence and there's death. It's not too gruesome in my opinion, but like it's not like disgusting, but there is like death and things like that. So just keep those in mind. I would not, like, depending on how conservative you are, I would not recommend this to anybody like younger than 16. Okay, I know that that was a shorter video, but all of my book reviews, I'm going to be doing book reviews on basically pretty much probably most books that I've read, whether it's just like a sit down video like this one or a reading vlog. I didn't do a reading vlog for Fourth Wing, so that's why I'm doing a sit down. I hope this was helpful. I want to continue to do like the sections where I talk about if they're clean, not clean, what's in them, what kind of content's in them. And anyways, so I'm going to be definitely doing more videos like this. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, friends.